Hey folks, Post here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and today we're gonna go over the results of the first week of the concept contest thing, right? So if you guys, if you guys remember, we sort of started like a concept kind of contest where folks could make sync pair concepts, and then with art and moves and move sets and moves and move sets, stats and move sets and all that stuff, and then create their own sync pairs, and we'll vote on them, and then we'll have the winners featured in the video. And here is that video for our first week. So we're taking the top 5 in the voting, and also the winner will also win a bit of a reward. Not too much. It's only a 10 bucks iTunes / Google Play gift card, but it's something. Again, I'm small time YouTuber, can't really afford much, but for those who do want to enter in the next season, you could join the Discord in the description down below, and then there's a certain channel where you could do all that stuff and make your own sync pairs as well. So and there's also assets and stuff that could help you make your own sync pairs. So anyways, let's get into this then. So tied at number 5. We actually have 3 people tied at number 5, so this might take a while, but we'll go through all of them. So at tied at number 5, first of all we have Bide. I still don't know how to pronounce their name. Bede, I think it's Bede, something like that. And Hatterene. I don't. Again, it's gonna take me a while to nail down all the Gen 8 names. But we got this by Thicario, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So here's the art that they did for it, and it's gonna take a while to load. My internet's really bad. But yeah. Oh, they also have a quote to go with it. I made the fairy type gym leader of Galar. I've come. Oh, spoilers, by the way. I've come to Paseo to show people how great fairy types are. Cool. So you got that, and obviously Hatterene. I guess it's Hatterene. Hatterene, really good pick for him, obviously. So as for the moveset, oh, it's a 5-star, by the way. As for the movesets and stats and all that, let's check this out. So it's fairy type, weakness, poison. It's a striker, so it does have it's a special striker, right? Just so you do have your basic special striker stats with okay-ish special defense, right? And you have a sync move, which is called Trilly Pink G-Max Smite, which is 160 power, but it does make it a Gigantamax, which makes sense, right? And also confuses all enemies, which is slightly strong for 3 turns. It turns into Gigantamax for 3 turns. I thought Confusion was 3 turns, but no, it's just regular Confusion. And then as for the moves, first move, Draining Kiss, which is special, 2 bars, 54 power, 100% accuracy, single target. 2-bar move, 54 power, slightly above average in terms of power, and recovers 10% of damage dealt to the target as HP. Obviously, unfortunately, with how HP recovery works in this game, you're not going to recover too much. So this is basically there for a quick unity spam, right? To throw that in there, 100% accuracy, all that. Lower bars, right? So if you want to farm unity, you would obviously try to use this move. Got X special attack, pretty self-explanatory. You have Dazzling Gleam, which is an AoE, because continuing with the Mega tradition, the Gigantamax 5 stars should also have AoEs. Why not? So 3 bars, 100 power, 100% accuracy, AoE, obviously fairy type, special. And the 4th move is raises user's move gauge by 2, and then also raises crit sharply. So you got special attack and crit. You get crit to 100%. Special attack to +4. You also get an extra 4 bars of move. In addition to its speed, obviously. So this is very, very similar. I would say pretty similar to a setup with Garchomp, or I'd say Garchomp or Blue, right? You got your crits, you have AoE, you have Mega, which obviously afterwards you're gonna be much stronger, but you do make up for the AoE with crit buffs and special attack buffs, right? And also you also got gauge here as well, so that helps it a lot. So this, I really like this set. This really does make the AoE less bad with the gauge thing, the crit boost, the special attack boost. So that's great. And then Power Flux 5, the fuller the move gauge, the more this power-ups moves. I would assume that would be, the power-up would be before you use that, you count the move gauge used for that move, right? So yeah, that's pretty cool, although we don't have the percentages, but you know, it's we're not going into too much detail. It's you know, it's not like anything official. So moving on to after it, Gigantamaxes, we'll have this, and let's check this out as well. So this is Gmax, and a boost in HP, because, well, that's what Gmax does. Sync move, it should be the same. Not sure about 150 power. It should be still 160. Unless they actually mean 150, then okay, I guess. And then you basically turn your damaging moves to Gmax moves. So move 1 turns into Gmax Smite. So it's 2 bars, 76 power, which is very powerful, obviously. 2 bars, 76 power move. Jeez. 100% accuracy as well, right? Single target. And then your special attack from AoE turns into a single target. Your classic, you know, going with the mega 5-star tradition, right? Your AoE moves, well, not all AoE moves turn into single targets, but, you know, you get a single target move. So, again, also Gmax Bite, except, you know, different moves, obviously. 3 bars, 150 power, 100% accuracy in single. So, the reason why it's okay for it to be this busted when it Gmaxes in comparison to like megas or whatever, because, you know, megas, they stay in megas forever. This only stays for 3 turns, so it's not that bad. but still, right? Really strong after it Gmaxes, obviously, and also gains a passive with Unflappable, prevents flinching. So that's tied number 5. Again, congratulations to Thicario. And moving on to the next one, we have Sabrina Alexam by Remy Demi. Here's the art for those who want to check that out. And also, let's get into the moves and all that. So this is interesting. So type Psychic, weakness Bug. I think it's a 5-star as well, right? It's a tech unit. So tech unit. So you got Psybeam, Psyforce. Psybeam, obviously, you know, just 48 power, 100% accuracy, small chance of leaving the target confused. Psyforce cost 2, psychic type, enemies, single target, damage, special attack, no power, and 100 accuracy. It lowers all enemy stats slightly. Slightly, is that like -1 or -0.5? I think 0.5 is the thing, so I would assume it's just 1 then, right? It does cost 2 bars though. A third move, called Since You Wish It, I Will Show You My Psychic Powers. Cost 2, it's a trainer move, right? 2 usages. Wow, they really, really move gauge heavy tech unit here. All enemies, lowers all enemies, special defense and special attack sharply. Here's the thing. Tech units, I would just like more debuffers for tech units, and this is a good example of that. Well, maybe, I don't know about the move gauge thing, but aside from the move gauge, right, you know, I would personally like to see more debuffers, just because they're, I mean, you know, in the right situation, they could be more consistent, right? You know, they just last longer. And then your 4th move, Psych Terror, 3 costs, Psychic, all enemies, AoE, special, 100 power, 70% accuracy, has a moderate chance of leaving the target confused, always hits and crits when you know, attacking confused targets. So hope you confuse your well, I mean your sync move, Hypnotic Blast, leaves the opponent, the target confused. So there's that. You get the sync move up there. And then passive, a Room of Miracles. Whenever a Pokemon lowers an enemy Pokemon stat, this Pokemon also gains. What? Okay, that's slightly strong. That's slightly strong. That's very strong. So yeah, stats at level 120. I mean, its stats aren't terrible. This is borderline. This isn't borderline striker stats. This is striker stats. So very powerful sync move. Does cost a lot of move gauge, which is why it's not extremely overpowered, but still really good, right? So there's that. Again by Remy Demi. So moving on to the last, tied at number 5. We have Gloria and Cinderace, both tied at number 5. We got both or 2 out of 3 from Gen 8, so that's pretty cool. By Spaceman Spiff, and here's the art. Gloria, Cinderace, and I are ready. Cinderace? I think that's how I pronounce it. And I are ready to show off our amazing teamwork. We'll make sure every battle is a real joy to watch. 5-star, because protagonists are all 5 stars. Are they all 5 stars so far? They seem so, except for obviously the Pokemon Masters protagonist. So let's check their set over here. Fire type, weak to ground. It's a striker. You got the stats over there. It's pretty, typical for physical striker stats, right? So moves, you got Blaze Kick, Fire, Physical, 2 bar, 55 power, slightly above average, 90% accuracy, so there's that, and a high crit chance. Oh, that's actually pretty strong. That's pretty strong for a 2 bar move, right? Core change, normal, 2 bar, 2 uses, status, all opponents and self, and this is a text wall. Any negative status change on Cinderace are moved from Cinderace onto the opposing sync pairs. Okay. Any positive stat changes on the targeted sync pairs are moved from them and onto. So this is like Snatch on steroids. This move also dissipates any of the opposing team's counterattack moves, like Beak Blast, and defensive moves, Wide Guard. Okay, this is Snatch plus like, I don't know, like a bunch of things. So obviously very strong. Moving on, high jump kick, fighting, physical, 3 bar, 135 power, 85% accuracy, single target. If this move misses, it deals 25% of the damage it would have dealt to Cinderace. Yay, recoil, because you can't have a Fire Striker without recoil. Physical Fire Striker, I guess. Oh, Infernape. Oh well. But I was trying to refer to Hilda, but I failed. Also, before we go any further, I should bring up its passive first because it's relevant when talking about high jump kick, right? So the passive, I'll actually just let that load. Never mind. We'll go back to it after it loads. So last move, taking in the crowd, 2 uses, status, self. So this, I would assume the trainer move, right? If Cinderace is above 50% HP, this gives attack up +1 and accuracy up +2, sharply, right, to Cinderace, and if the Cinderace's HP is below 50%, this gives evasion up +2 and speed up +1 to Cinderace. That's pretty interesting. So I like this move. This is a pretty creative move, right? Obviously you probably would want that first, accuracy up. That one up when you're above 50%, because you want high jump kick to not miss. Well, you can still miss 5%. Wait, +2. What's +2? No. That it doesn't miss. Okay, so yeah, you don't want high jump kick to miss. Blaze kick's not gonna miss either. So you obviously want to start off the game with that, and then. You also have, under 50%, which obviously would help with the evasion to keep you alive because you're under 50%. You probably don't want to die. And speed up to charge your move gauge a bit quicker so you get a few hits in before you die. So there's that, I guess. I would say this is a pretty situational sync pair, right? Core change really depends on what you're facing. In certain scenarios, right? If you're facing like the Mewtwo event, like this is pretty busted, right? So... but if the opponent doesn't really do much, I mean, like if the opponent even doesn't have buffs or debuffs, it's still really good, right? You could use, I guess, taking in the crowd twice, or if you have a support, and then just go high jump kick. And also high jump kick is actually fire because the passive training through flames, fire type or fighting type moves become fire type moves. So there's that. And also some other stuff. Headstrong attack can't be lowered. Haste speed can't be lowered. I don't really know how that helps with the court change though. So I guess that doesn't make court change that bad or that strong, right? So you can't really lower your opponent's speed or attack. So there's that. Sync move, Pyro Ball, fire, physical, single target, 250 power. Small chance of leaving the target burned. It's pretty typical for a sync move. So moving on to number 4. Over here we have Volkner and Electivire by Amikasaur. When I was doing my Volkner, I always thought, although I didn't really enter this, but, in my head, I guess. Well, actually, I did the pick, but I didn't, spend too much time on the stats and stuff. But, when I was working on Volkner, I always thought, Volkner would get something like Electivire, right? But Electivire is a really good pick as well. Although it's another a physical electric type. But still, you know, it's a decent pick. So in terms of its stats, it has nothing for special attack, so obviously it's a physical striker, right? I mean, it's Electivire. Who uses Electivire as special attacker, right? So 5 stars. I mean, does Volkner deserve 5 stars as a gym leader, though? Probably. Volkner's pretty popular, right? I would say. He's probably one of the more popular gym leaders in Gen 4, right? So again, decently quick, you know, high attack, and okay-ish HP, I guess, for a striker, right? Defenses aren't terrible for a striker. Could be better, but, you know, you don't need that, right? For the most part, especially in single player. So passive, you got Vital Spirit, prevent sleep, right? And then for the moves, first one, you got Low Kick, 40 power, 100% accuracy, cost 1. 40 power on a cost 1 is a lot. That's a lot of power, man. Chance to flinch the targets, single target, physical fighting. Thunder Punch, you got that as well, so you also have fighting moves, I guess. That's cool. Thunder Punch, 80 power, cost 3. Okay, I thought it was going to be a cost 2 for some reason. Thunder Punch, 80 power, 100% accuracy, cost 3, chance to paralyze the targets. So slightly lower on the power side, but, you know, you compensate that with Low Kick. But you also get that 100% accuracy, you know, electric type move with a chance to paralyze as well. So there's that. Motor Drive, 2 uses. If the user's next attack is electric, it raises the user's speed. Oh, that's an interesting move. Definitely. And then X attack, obviously, folks know what that is. Sync move, Shocking Star's Might, electric physical, single target, 250 power, high chance of paralyzing the target. Oh, high chance. Okay, that's cool. So a bit of a striker with some tech as well, right? So far, is like everyone a striker? No. Sabrina was a tech, right? Yeah, Sabrina was a tech. So anyways, that's number 4 from Meekstore. That was pretty cool. Okay, moving on. Number 3, we have a Gladian and Silvally by Dated Wizard. So I really like this format. This format's pretty cool. That they worked on here. So in terms of the basic stuff, it's a physical striker, weak to fighting. I would assume it's normal. Is it? I don't really see it. An indication here. Yeah, it's normal. 5 stars, and you got your stats over here. Slightly lower on the damage side. I mean, it's not even low, but you know, in comparison to some of the other stuff that we've seen. But it does have decent defensive stats for a striker, right? And good, okay speed as well. And as for the moves, we'll look at this. So we got Crush Claw. Can I open the original and actually have it load with my terrible internet? The answer is yes, but it's gonna take a while. Type and weakness changes depending on typing after using RKS system. Well, that makes sense. We'll have to get to RKS system if it ever loads. But anyways, Crush Claw, normal, physical, 75 power, 95% accuracy, 2 move gauges, single target, a good chance of lowering the target's defense. Good chance. Okay, that's cool. You probably would want to use this once or twice if you're facing anything that could be get their defenses lowered. Dart Hit Plus, great. Multi-attack, category physical, power 100, accuracy 100, target, single target. 3 move gauges, starts as a normal type move, changes if RKS system is used. RKS system changes the values type to make it what the opponent is the opponent selected is weak. Oh my goodness. First use costs 3 move gauges, second use costs 1 move gauge. 2 uses. Damn, so this could potentially be the new Olivia, you know, since you could bring it to, because Olivia is the Mewtwo Olivia, they're a Mewtwo Olivia Brendan, they're like the sync pairs that you could bring into every single battle, and this would be that but better because you could change your typing so that you don't even have to be neutral in a battle. You could just go for super effectives against like everything, right? So there's that. So, if you get this, you probably don't have to, worry about, should I summon for like Alyssa, because that's like the only good electric type striker, right, or whatever, right? So, well, there you go. Sync move, every type multi-attack, always super effective, category physical, 300 power. Okay, that's a lot. Passive skill, endurance of the, well, we know what endurance is. Powers up reserve 2, powers up moves in a pinch, adaptability, power up moves of the same type. So I had to throw stab in there. So very, very, very powerful, obviously. You got dire hit. You don't have any physical attack buffs, but you don't need that because, you know, everything else just makes up for it, right? So, moving on. Again, that's by Dated Wizard. And number 2, we have Ann and Zora. Not sure where this sets from, but it looks hilarious. But yeah, let's go for it. It's by Galaxy Beam, by the way. This was also the first entry into the contest. Very historic, the first ever entry. My name is Ann. I will prove the value of my beliefs till the very end. 5-star, makes sense. Type, dark, weakness, bug. It's a striker. It didn't say it's a physical or special. I mean, the moves are physical, it seems like, so I guess it's a physical. Unless the sync move says otherwise. Where's the sync move? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a status. Okay, cool. So it's a striker. Stats. Yeah, you got, you know, around the same amount of physical and special, right? Slightly more physical, which makes sense. All moves are physical as far as I can see. And okay-ish defensive stats as well. Okay-ish speed. Not too much HP, unfortunately. But yeah, let's go over the moves. Sync move, Trickster's Gambit. Dark status single target adds all of the target's current stats to Zora for 3 turns. Huh. Is that like a weaker snatch, but like a sync move? So yeah, I probably wouldn't use the sync move too often, but you know, it is a striker though. So do keep in mind this guy has like much better offensive stats than Grimsley. So I guess that's positive for Zora over here. Moves, Night Haze, 95. 95 physical, single target, 95% accuracy. I'm not sure if this is a 3-bar move or 2-bar or 1-bar. I mean, 95 damage, that should be a 3-bar move, right? So we'll put it at that. What else? My determined is absolute. That's probably the trainer move, right? 2 uses, buffs crit chance and attack by 2. Pretty straightforward. You get, you know, +4 and +3 for attack and crit, right? Which is all you need, basically. Feint attack, 60, physical, single target. Always hits. I would also assume that's dark, right? And that's 60 would be a really a high power, a pretty high powered 2-bar move, right? And also we got X special attack all. Okay, also a support, striker, support, and also tech because you also got the sync move, right? So it's a bit of everything. Passive copies the middle Pokemon's appearance and moves until attacked. Okay. I mean, it fits the theme. It's Sora, right? Makes sense. Not sure how that would be implemented. Well, I mean, actually, no, it's pretty straightforward. But it also shows your trainer, right? So, there's no PvP, so I guess it doesn't matter. So, okay, cool. Haste speed cannot be lowered. So overall, not too much HP, but the other places it has decent stats. The sync move could be interesting in certain situations, but you know, when it doesn't apply, then you just use someone else's sync move, right? Instead. In terms of it's a really good buff. Obviously, you also got supports as well, so it does a bit of everything. Again, so moving on to number 1 this week, and probably person who wins the not so crazy prize of $10, I guess. Is Mia. Art is by Accents, by the way, and here's a link to the art. Didn't find one for Milotic, which is unfortunate. But anyways, here we go. Cynthia, swimsuit Cynthia. I'm shocked and chagrined that no, I'm not shocked at all that swimsuit Cynthia won. So there's that. Here is the card. And 5 stars, summer 2020. Like, summer's a good time to put on your swimsuits, I guess. And let's go over the stats and stuff. So, water type, weak to electric. It's attack, 600 HP. Basically no attack. 280 special attack, which is actually a decent amount for a tech unit, right? Special defense 200, defense 150, speed 240. Moves water pulse, small chance of leaving target confused. Scald removes frozen condition, moderate chance of leaving target burned with power for water pulse is 47 at 2 cost, so slightly under average, right? 100% accuracy. Scald 3 cost, 87 power, 100% accuracy. Again, it's it's a tech unit. You're not here to do damage for the most part. Recover restores 50% of the user's HP. It's a 3 cost move, which is okay, I guess. I mean, potion, you don't cost anything for potion, but you don't heal as much as 50% either, so there's that. The trainer move, it's getting hot in here, okay. Decreases user's defense drastically, increases, well, that fits the theme, I guess. Increases user's crit rate sharply, increases user's speed. So maybe I guess you could do some damage with this then. But yeah, you'd have to use a lot of this kit really delicately because you got defense down, you got HP recovery, you got crit increases. So yeah, it would be very hard to use, but it definitely could be usable in certain situations, right? So let's go over its passives and stuff, so that might help. Let's see. Sync move, graceful aqua vortex. Its power increases if the user's stats are lowered. Oh, that's interesting. At 200 power, right? You could obviously lower your own stats. Competitive, if user stats are lowered, increase special attack start sharply. Oh, you see? Once you see the passives and the sync move, it makes more sense now. The more you get debuff, the stronger you get. Makes sense. Hostile environment raises the chance of inflicting status conditions, which is, one of the most commonly used passives on tech sync pairs, right? So, yeah, there we go. Again, congrats to Mia and everyone who is on here, and thanks to everyone else who did participate as well. We got some really, really fun entries. I could scroll over them real quick. It might be too quick, but, we're kind of running out of time. So, yeah, again, thanks to everyone else who did participate. And yeah, you guys can participate as well. The link is in the description box down below for the Discord and all that. And I'll see you guys there then. So anyways, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about all these entries in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. I'll see you guys in the next one.